introduce myself. My name's Danny Fafard. You probably have heard about my story. I was the kid in 1965 that was born with skates. You heard about that?
You were born with skates?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Okay.
You weren't.
I just wanted to grab your attention. Now I got it. Okay. I did work for the Montreal Canadian Hockey School. From there, I worked with the Montreal Canadian rookie camp for 3 years. At the time, there was Chipchura, McDonough, Piquet, Latendresse, yeah.
What's his name?
Guys, don't talk when I'm talking. Just listen, okay? Then there was quite a few guys. From there, now I work for a Inuit community. Okay, you can go there only by plane. Okay, it's so far up north. There's about 2,500 people in Kuujjuaq. I know probably everybody, but last December to February, we got 6 teenagers that committed suicide. They killed themselves. I didn't really knew them because they weren't involved in sports, school, or any activities, okay? It's important to have goals in life. So, now what is a CCM leader? I used CCM and created these words. So as you already know, I am French. Okay? So it's hard for me because I got to translate in my head from French to English, okay? So you can correct me on the first one here, okay? The first one is a competitor. Did I say it right?
Competitor.
I got it right?
Competitor.
Okay. I got it right once yesterday out of 6. A competitor that control his mind. All the other activities you'll do will be physical. With me, we're going to talk about the mind, the computer of an athlete. So, I'd like you to imagine yourself, it's a Sunday rainy afternoon, it's boring. It's been raining for 3 days. You've been playing with your Xbox, all your friends are gone on vacation, you're bored. So you ask God, okay, or your parents, send me a challenge. So they decide, they send you to Earth, to the ice. Okay. Here, there's a lot of stuff that can happen, okay? Compared to the couch where you're playing your Xbox, you can get hurt physically, emotionally also. Do you still want to play hockey?
Yes. Yeah.
It means that you like challenge, you like life. It's good. You're going to meet out there your biggest rival. You know who he is?
Yeah, the boards, the ice.
Yourself. The way that you react to certain situation in life will determine who you are, especially under pressure. And I want to give you tools today. So, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. When you leave that couch, okay, might be risky, but there's magic also that can happen. Look at this guy, Sidney Crosby, 28 years old, a lot of awards, okay, a lot of trophies. Okay. This guy here, by the way, it's not me, but 28. At 38 years old, he's going to probably have a bigger screen and a bigger belly. That's about it. This guy here, when you talk about, I'm talking about the mental part. A lot of hard work, sacrifice. What is hard work? Well, when you're practicing a skill, okay, the first step, you are warming up. Second step, you're good at it. Third step, you're starting to lose your concentration, getting tired. This is where you can improve if you can go an extra mile. Okay. The fourth step, you lost it completely. Stop, you're recording a bad movement. No memory muscle. Does practice make perfect?
Yeah.
Who said yes? Who said yes? Okay, I've been practicing for an hour. Perfect practice makes perfect. Or else, if you're not practicing right, you're recording a bad movement. Now, we're also talking about sacrifice in there. Okay. What's a sacrifice? Getting up early. Yeah. Getting up early to do something that you don't like. What do you want it to say?
I guess.
Okay. Sacrifice is, like, an example, is doing something you don't like in order to improve. Getting up early to go to camp. Okay, that's a sacrifice. Okay. You know, when we're asking defensemen and coaches, say you're skating backwards, Okay, pivot towards the player's bench. So you're working on your left leg. On your way back, don't forget, pivot towards the player's bench. It's going to be the right leg now. I want you to improve both sides. And practices, try to work on your weakness. A lot of players are cheaters. They only use their strong side. They don't improve on their weak side. Okay, this is what it's all about this morning. Are you nervous when you play hockey in a driveway?
No.
No? Are you nervous when you play hockey outdoor rink?
Yes.
Yes? Who's nervous? Because you're playing against older guys?
No, because sometimes the ice isn't perfect.
Oh, okay, but it gets you nervous?
No.
No, okay. You know, probably most of the time you're also better. You impress yourself. The reason why is that you're letting go. You're not overthinking when you're playing, okay? You're expressing yourself on the ice. This is why we say you are playing. How about when you play games? Are you nervous?
Hold up, you're in the middle.
This line starts here to move. One side or the other. Tryouts. Are you nervous?
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Tournaments. Are you nervous?
No.
In the middle.
Hold up.
Depends.
Depends what the...
Shootout.
Yeah.
We've got any goaltenders here? No goaltenders? I want you to pay special attention. Okay, pay special attention to this player on your team, the goaltender. He's always playing his game under this situation, shootout. He's always the last one behind. When he makes a mistake, everybody knows. How many times as a coach I heard our goalie say, we lost because of our goaltender. I like to step forward and say, hey, the two defensemen, you couldn't stop the guy? Move forward. Hey, 3 forwards, you couldn't stop the guy? Now you're blaming this last guy there? Okay. I got a video, I don't have it here, but it's a perfect example. You've got the forward, okay, going towards the puck carrier. You know, cheating, going sideways, trying to tap the puck for himself, for a breakaway, then turns and puts himself outside the plate. Then you got the defenseman, puck carrier's coming. When he's beside, pivots only on the strong side. Instead of pivoting, stick to stick, contain, bring the player in the corner, then the puck carrier scores. But we see all these mistakes as coaches in front. Now, keep in mind that as soon as you're not nervous, you're in your comfort zone. As soon as you're getting nervous, from now on, that barrier line, you got to change this into an opportunity line. Got it? And this is where magic can happen. Got 2 examples. Got this lady, okay, that sings the national anthem in front of 20,000 people. Starts singing, she forgets the words.
Oh, I remember.
You saw that?
Yeah.
It must have been embarrassing, eh? So she went to the dressing room, people were laughing, got the words, came back, steps on the carpet and slips. People were laughing. You know what she did? She stood there and sang. Without the tools today, I thought I would have run away. That I wouldn't want nobody to recognize me. So she sang. You know what this brought her? It became an opportunity for her. She turned this into an opportunity. She's got contracts today. Everybody's calling her. They want her to sing. Why? Because we all love non-quitters. When you watch a movie, okay, with a hero in a movie, what do they have in common? Cut, bleeding, missing an arm. There's a bomb, they're losing a leg, and they keep on going. We admire them, eh? So turn your life into a non-quitter. Another example, 1980, the Olympics. Okay? The rule was no professional players, they're paid. Russia said, oh, we don't pay our players, we support them. We give them a house, a car. Then Canadian and Americans said, ooh, we pay our players. So we cannot send, if it would have been today, our Crosby, Jonathan Tays, Carey Price. We're going to send our kids, junior and college player. And they're sending their Ovechkin, Malkin, name them. So they got it. Yeah. Imagine, they made it to the semifinal. They got to meet those Russian players. How do you think they felt in the dressing room? Anybody knows?
Not good. Nervous.
Nervous. The coach came, yes? Scared. The coach came with a perfect speech. He said, hey, great moments are born from great opportunity. told him, guys, you got an opportunity here to make something happen. Okay? So he used in his speech affirmations. They're short, positive, and the present moment. Back to back. Listen to how many times he said time. Okay? He's going to use the word tonight. Okay? He won't say, if we shut them down. He says, tonight we shut them down. So let's listen to this speech.
About what a great hockey team the Soviets have. Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
It's true.
Yeah, if you want to see that movie, it's Miracle on Ice.
Yeah,
It's a
I've seen that.
Okay.
They wouldn't beat them.
Yeah, they won the game 3-2. Everybody thought it was going to be impossible, and they did it. Then they went to the finals. They won 6-1 against Finland, I think. You know why we don't know who are these people? Because we don't care. There's no emotion attached to it. Okay. Now, let's have another quiz. Can you name a teacher that did help you since you started school? Who?
My third grade teacher.
The name.
Mrs. Gibbons.
You know the name? You know, I'm 50 years old, eh? I still remember my grade 1, 2, and 3 teacher was the same lady. No lady from France. Okay? She taught us how to play soccer, how to count, to read. She would read us stories, put band-aids on our knees after recess when we get hurt. I still remember Mimi because she cared. Let's have another one. Somebody that taught you something worthwhile. You got anybody? A life lesson? Who? Your friends? Okay, good. Anybody else? That taught you something worthwhile. Your dad? Hey, listen to this. My dad also. Guys, my dad also. I wanted these top quality skates. And I can't remember him saying, no, it won't be possible unless. You see, he went to his room, got his pay slipped out, and showed me, look, the mortgage for the house is paid, the car for the month is paid, this is what we need for food, and this is what is left for expense. You got 2 brothers, 1 sister. Said, unless I'll put money aside for a month, he was paid every week, and you go out and work. So I went out and cut grass. So I chipped in to buy my skates. From that day I learned, when I saw what was left for him and my mother, hardly anything, I learned from now on, if I want something, I'll go out and work for it. And anything that they would buy me would be a bonus. How about anybody that makes you feel special and appreciated? Nobody makes you feel special? Who?
Mom.
Mom! Hey, I got this camera on there. It's for my mother. I'm 50 years old. She wants to see what I'm doing. She's gonna write me an email again every night. How did it go? Hey, I know it's in English and you find it hard. A mother cares for life. So this is what winners are. People that care. For Mom. Hi, Mom. I'm 50 years old. She wants to see what I'm doing. Honestly. When I'll get to the hotel, okay, I'm gonna have an email from my mother saying, Danny, how did it go? I know every week. I know it was hard, so she wants to know. A mother cares for life. Okay? So winners are in life are people that cares. You don't need to win a big trophy to be a winner. Okay, now I want to give you tools. What does all this stuff has to do with competing? You're here to be better hockey players. Well, if you want to improve, you're going to have to increase your confidence. Believe in yourself. Okay? How can you do this? You're going to have to increase your self-image and your self-esteem. Self-esteem is the way you feel about yourself. You know that you can lie, okay? To everybody in this building except one person, who would it be?
Yourself.
Yourself. You know that down deep inside, if you start lying and cheating, like in practices, and it's gonna eat you from inside, okay? And you won't be able to function well long terms. What about self-image? What is self-image? It's the way that you see yourself, okay? Would you walk in this room and go and sit beside yourself? Or you would see yourself like a whiner, always complaining? Or you're a positive guy? Can you just sit down? Okay. So, the way you see yourself. Okay, I got here. How much is it?
$100.
Okay, who wants it here? Now you're alive, eh? Okay.
I'll still have it. I'll still have it.
Your money.
I'll
Sure.
still have it.
I'll still have it. No, because I'm mine.
I'll
Okay,
still have
who wants it? Okay. Your hands down. I need it for next weekend in Vancouver. Okay? I do the same thing in Vancouver. The thing is yourself, okay? The way you see yourself, okay? No matter if I spit on you, call you names, throw you on the ground, okay? It won't change your value. You don't care about the piece of paper, you care about the value of it. Okay? So when you'll understand your value, okay, will be the important part. Okay? So how can we increase, okay, self-esteem, self-confidence? Well, you're going to have to create positive action to feel good about yourself. Okay? We got Josh Georges here, okay? He would be sitting here listening. He would prefer doing this, learning something, than signing an autograph, you know, having attitude to show, hey, I'm a pro player. He's not that type of guy. So he heard from the staff that this boy here was really sick, traveled a lot of hours to come and see him play. So what he did during a warm-up, he stopped and connected with him. I got the picture at home. We don't see here really well, but he's really exchanging energy with the kid. The kid inside of him is still alive. Okay? Who's this guy here? Okay. When they win the Stanley Cup, every player gets to keep the cup 2 days. They can do what they want with it, but they're not allowed to break it. So Mario Lemieux swam in his pool with it.
Yeah.
Crosby slept with the cup. Yeah. Letang had his breakfast in there, cereals.
Yeah.
It's been all over the world, all sorts of parties. This guy brought it to his grandmother's grave, sat down and said, thank you. Thank you for being there when I was a kid, for raising me. Okay? I didn't have the tools. I got a great life today and it's because of you. He wanted to share it with her. This is called gratitude. Appreciate what you have, okay? Instead of complaining on what you do not have. How about the tool number 2? You're going to have to let go of fear. You want to play well? You want to compete? Okay, I got a line right here. How many of you in this room is able to walk across without stepping beside? How many of you? How about if I put $100? Would you do it?
Yes.
Yeah, hey, you're a money guy, eh? Okay, so whoever, oh, by the way, gratitude. Someone did pay for you to come here today, eh? Somebody drove you? Maybe you can let them know tonight, thank you. Okay? So we told whoever registered you on a website, not to tell you, but Linda, the fire trucks, are they here? They are? Okay, we got 2 fire trucks, okay? After this, we're gonna go outside. They're gonna lift their ladder as high as the roof. We're gonna put a piece of wood, 3-inch. This is 210. So you're gonna have to climb and walk across, okay? What's that face?
Yay!
Yeah, I'm not sure, eh? I just love those faces, okay? No, it won't happen, but you know what? I'm asking you something, an easy task. I'm just changing the environment, and what did you do? I did not do it. You did it. You put fear in your mind, okay? You weren't focusing on the $100 anymore. You were thinking about, what if I fall? Don't try to go away from what you don't want, okay? Focus on what you want. You put that fear, so you gotta make sure you're gonna play against a team, do not put fear in your mind. Okay? I love using this picture because I incarnate myself in a lion. Every time I see that picture, I become a lion, I breathe slower, I think faster. Just by using a lion, so I come up with confidence when I talk to you. If you would need to focus, concentration, a task, okay, which animal can you use?
Eagle.
The eagle. Tonight, your hockey game, you want to be quick, fast, speed, light, cheetah. Why? How does it work? Well, your computer cannot make the difference between a real and a fantasy image. Whatever you put in here, okay, your body will act upon it. Okay? So even in fantasy, you got to be able to input it, okay, program your computer, but by breathing and being calm also. Listen, he's going to explain it better than I do.
I took the visualization process from the Apollo program and instituted it during the 1980s and 90s into the Olympic program. It was called visual motor rehearsal. When you visualize, then you materialize. And the interesting thing about the mind is we took Olympic athletes and then hooked them up with sophisticated biofeedback equipment and had them run their event only in their mind. Incredible. The same muscles fired in the same sequence when they were running the race in their mind as when they were running it on the track. How could this be? Because the mind can't distinguish whether you're really doing it or whether it's just a practice. I think if you've been there in the mind, you'll go there in the body.
Okay, so I did live this experience twice. Here's the first time. I was 15 years old. My father gave me this book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, okay? I'm lost a bit now. I'm ahead, okay? You got NHL up here, they draft our players, Quebec and the Junior Major Hockey League. Around here you got the Western Junior Hockey League. Then you got the Ontario. In the States you got college. This mainly is where they get their players, okay? You got under that Junior Tier 1. Then you got midget espoir in Quebec, bantam, okay? So I did not play midget triple A. I did not play midget double A, espoir. I did not play midget double A. I played midget double B. So there's no way they're gonna come and draft that low. But I was able to get an invitation to a CAN, Junior Tier 1. So that summer, my father gave me that book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, How to Program Your Computer. Okay? And first thing was, Dan, stop trying being Mike. You're not Mike. Mike's a goal scorer. He's a winger. You're a hustler. You're a centerman. Play your type of hockey. So the next thing, I was around that locker room because I was at every home game, eh? So I knew the locker room. I was able to see myself, okay? My locker, my jersey hanging, my name, my personal stuff, picture of a cheetah. Then I would walk in the room, I can still smell that carpet. Walking out of the dressing room, the hallway, when you push those doors, the lights and the sound during a warm-up. I played the whole summer with that team without putting my skates on, every night before going to bed. So I went to camp. People in the community said my body language changed. I did train physically also. I gained in strength, but my eyes wasn't shifting anymore. Like, you know, when you got no confidence, I was focused. So I can recall this moment at the face-off with the guy. I felt the fear in the guy in front of me for the first time because I was the one that was always scared before. Now, it wasn't I have to beat him, I have to beat him. You have to beat me because I'm center number 1 on that team. So I did make the team as center number 3. So 20-something years after, okay, later, 20-something years later, my son, bantam double B, he's like skating is so-so. I teach power skating. He says, no way, Dad, I don't like power skating. Fine, Eric. You got to play for yourself. Don't do it for me. Okay? But when he saw that he struggled to make the team and he had friends making bantam double A, we don't have major and minor in Quebec. The first year, it got to him and said, I got to work harder and change my working ethic. So he was like kind of the last one to make the team. The year after, these 2 teams, they report to tryouts or training camp to this team here. But he goes to camp. He's one of he has a good camp. He's the last one as a defenseman to make the team. And there was a guy a bit better than him with skills. And I asked the coach, how come you didn't take him and you took my son first? He said, you know, attitude. this guy was constantly putting other players down to try and put himself up. Okay? This is intimidation. Okay? Low self-esteem. When you're trying to put somebody down, it's because you're trying to put yourself up. And your son is always pushing to try and have somebody else spot, which is healthy on a team. You don't move, I'll be moving. Okay? So, the year after you got the 6 Bantam AA team, he wants to try midget as well. They report to this team. There's a school team, a city team. They play against each other and the other teams in Quebec. So he goes to camp. I looked, they started cutting players. There's about 12 defensemen left. They're going to keep 6. I figure he's 8th. Does he make the team? If they're keeping only 6 and he's 8? Well, he did make the team, not at the last minute, at the last second. Because one guy got injured, couldn't play the rest of the year, and another player left for the States to play in a prep school. So he did, if he would have gone to training camp and always looking, am I 8? Oh, I gotta work harder. Am I 4? Oh, I'm in. You just go out there and you do what you've got to do. Okay? So this is one of the reasons he made that team. The year after, he wants to try midget AAA, so they're up. The best players are going to try out there. Plus, you got the top players showing up to this camp. So he tells me, Dad, I want to go to the training camp. I want to try out for the team. He said, with my money this summer, I'm working. I want to pay myself a personal trainer. I said, fine, Larry. It's your money. It's not for junk or cigarette. Go ahead. He asked me after, can you help me on the mental part? I said, oh, of course, I will. So what I'll do, what I did, built the video. It's all picture significant moment that he had to go through in life, okay, where he's proud of himself. Okay, you can do the same with iPod. You got iPad, iPhone, or Parrots iPay. Okay, so you build your own. You throw music in there. I throw a speech. Okay, the picture example. You're gonna watch it. It's poor quality because it's so old, but you can do it easily today. Okay, there's a picture, grade 1. He wanted to quit school because we removed him from his comfort zone and put him in an English school. So he wasn't with his friends, he had to make new friends. There's a picture on the ice. I had a nice picture of him at the Bell Center, but I used picture, well, I know he's happy of that year. They're not the nicest picture, but for him, it reminds him, okay, recall. There's a picture of his mother, okay, my wife right here, with his sister Vanessa. Okay. Him and Vanessa were like this, okay? And one Christmas night, we're waiting for Vanessa for the supper. She never made it. She died in a car accident, okay? And the only reason we made it through, okay, is because we thank God for the 23 good years He gave us this wonderful girl. If we would have dwelt on the loss, I wouldn't be here talking to you today because I think we would have gone crazy, okay? So appreciate what you got. Okay? So he had to go through this at 13 years old. There's a picture of him training, suffering. Look, you're not cheating. You're paying the price. The last picture is him. I took a guy from the team that made the team the year before. Photoshop, I removed his head. I put my son's head and I said, see yourself on that team. I start with the logo of the team. The video looks like this. It's only an example for you.
The true psychology of winning is gained in projecting the 10 qualities of the total winner. Number 1, project an attitude of positive self-expectancy. Be optimistic and enthusiastic about yourself. Remember the basis for psychosomatic health, that life is a self-fulfilling prophecy, and that the body manifests what the mind purposes. Look at problems as opportunities. Since fear and desire are the 2 most powerful motivators in our everyday lives, go for the rewards of success, and don't try to go away from the penalties of failure. Your self-image is like a thermostat or a robot autopilot. Change the setting of the image, and your behavior or performance will automatically seek the level you've set. Your self-image can't distinguish right from wrong or truth from fantasy. So see the image of that person you'd most like to become, and remember that imagination really does rule your world. Learn to accept every compliment, with a simple thank you, and accept yourself as a growing, deserving human being. 8. Project yourself beyond yourself with positive self-dimension. Get the spirit of the double win. Create other winners too. Love yourself so you can give yourself away, and plant some shade trees under which you know you'll never sit. Learn the precious value of time. Profit from the past. Set meaningful goals in the near future, but live in the now, staying away from someday I'll. And do it now, the only moment over which you have any control.
This is the fake picture.
9. Project your understanding of true self-awareness in life. Tune in on all the abundance in your arenas.
Okay? Number 55, try and see the logo. Were you able to recognize the logo? The lion from the beginning? So did he make the team? Yes and no. He was the last cut, the first call back. So joined the team, practiced the whole year with them, was ready, played about 15 games. There was no injuries, but imagine if there was one, he would have made the team again. Every time, never quit. And by, he was pushing the other ones also. So when there was suspension, he was in the lineup. You never know what can happen also after. It got him to get tryout in the Q, junior major, but it was cut during the tryout. And he told me, Dad, all this hockey experience taught me how to fight in life. Okay. Now he graduated from an English university in Montreal. He's working to become an accountant. The nice thing about it, the guy that hired him is a hockey dad, someone that knew him through hockey. So he made his name through hockey with character. We're gonna come back to this at the end. Okay, so I did give you tools, eh? Tool number 4, focus on your own strength instead of giving it to the opponent, the other team. You don't want to look at them, they're strong, you're playing them, they haven't lost a game. I don't want to be worried, what can I do? Stay in the present moment, okay? Play in the current moment. I cannot worry about scoring a goal if we're losing 3-2 if the puck's in my zone. I do not ask my players, let's go out and win the game. It's too much. Go out and win one period at a time. It's still too much. Win one shift at a time. Is that shorter for you? I'll even ask win one battle at a time. The puck's in our zone. I don't need to think about scoring even if we're losing 3-2. I need to get the puck first. Okay, so one battle at a time. Okay, tell me if you see any distraction. By focusing, staying in the current moment, you got to eliminate all distractions, eh? Tell me if you see distractions in here. Any distractions for, no distraction? Okay. I think they're a distraction for him. They even put a lot of perfume on. During a commercial, they come and clean the ice, but he's focusing, and the way he's doing it, it's a breathing exercise. These are things that you can learn also later. Yoga. Breathing brings you to stay in the present moment. I had about 10 pictures like this. I kept only 2. So he's watching the Jumbotron, waiting for the commercial to be over on TV, and bang, be ready. Distraction don't affect these guys. Okay, to be in the present moment, like I said, use personal and team routine. You're worried about this team that hasn't lost a game. Well, when you walk in the room, you don't need to think about that. It's too far. What you do, what I do, I always get dressed the same way. Left shin pad, then the right shin pad, then my pants. Okay, when I'm dressed, I look at my cheetah picture. I always do the same routine. While I'm doing this, I don't have time to worry about anything else. Once we're ready, the team, we decided as a team, our routine. So let's say we decided I'm the first one up. When I open the door, goaltender's second, you're third, you're fourth, you're fifth, you're sixth. So you gotta be ready. When 5 is up, 6 gotta follow. It forces us to start thinking together and coordinating ourselves together. And it's gonna show up in the warm-up after. Instead of having 2 guys chasing the puck down the ice and one taking slap shot in a corner, the routine continues on the ice. While we're doing this, I forgot we're playing this big team because I'm getting ready. Use affirmation, okay? We saw affirmation at the beginning, eh? They're short and the present moment and positive. You got 50,000 thoughts a day, 5,000 an hour, okay? Most of your thoughts are negative. Turn on the TV, what do you see the news? Bad news. If you cannot do anything about it, let's say what happened in France, you don't need that information. It's not because you're someone that doesn't care. There's nothing you can do about it, okay? Change the channel. You decide what you're putting in your computer. Your friends are negative, change your friends. They're just gonna put a virus in your head and start acting negatively, then stupid actions, okay? You decide now that you know. How can you monitor your thoughts? I don't wear any jewelries, but I always have this here. So quite often during the day, I'm waiting, then when I take a look at it, I'm monitoring what am I thinking about. That's negative. Change your mind. Rewind, delete. And put something positive. Tomorrow, I'm eating my wife's spaghetti sauce. That makes me happy. So you decide what you put into your mind. That we had that affirmation before. I want to come back to this one here. What is he doing?
She's spitting.
He's doing more than spitting water. He's deleting a sequence. Okay? Just got scored probably. So instead he's just taking that short moment where they scored and he's deleting it from his computer. What I do as a forward, I got the puck, I'm skating, make a pass, whoops, gave it to the other team, skate, break away, they scored. I know I made a mistake. I'm skating back to the bench, I take the snow off my stick, it means that I'm rewinding that sequence and I'm deleting. Gone, it never happened. And I won't do it again. The coach probably is gonna tell me on the bench, it's his job, Danny, be careful. You know that more than half of what you learned today will be forgotten in 24 hours. Everything except probably a joke will be forgotten in 1 week unless you use the tools I gave you. There's the video, the elastic, okay, focusing, the imagery, the picture, the cheetah. I gave you the tools. If you don't use it, you lose it. It's like skills on the ice. You don't practice them, you're gonna lose them. So a logbook here, here's an example. I took this on internet. I would have used this and here to me would be notes. I went to bed at 11 o'clock, got up at 7 in the morning, slept 8 hours. Only 1 hour of sleep before midnight. Your best sleeping hours are before midnight. But I still have 8 hours of sleep, it's good. Now I got up 5 times during the night, didn't sleep for 2 hours. Ooh, drops to 6 hours of sleep only. Something here was bugging me if I can sleep. Okay. Then I go down here, I got my notes. I had a bad game tonight, okay? I ate a sandwich half hour before the game. Dad was at the game. I had exams at school. Wasn't ready, didn't study. Okay, I know what happened here. It's this part here. The hockey part, it's okay, the sandwich. I need to eat. Mike didn't eat to eat. Mike couldn't eat before a game. Danny needs to put something in his body a bit. So that was okay. Dad was at the game and I was trying too much. Okay? You take your best games, your worst games, you're gonna find something in common. What to do, what not to do. That was another tool. Let's talk about nutrition. A lot of it is covered by school, so we're gonna go through this quickly. What do we put in a car if we want it to run? Fuel, yeah, gas. How do we measure? Gallons. What do we put in our body? Food. How do we measure? Calories. Good, you got it. So you need, since you're an athlete and you're moving, over 2,000 calories a day. If you're not moving the same age, you need less. Okay, you need less fuel. So 2,000 calories. So if I take a barrel of chip, I fill myself up with 2,000 calories, okay, of chip. I'll make it through the day. I'll survive. Don't ask me to compete. It's for one day there. Don't ask me to concentrate, or compete. Probably what will happen is I'll get tired quickly. I'll get frustrated, angry, cry. I'll fight. Okay, sick probably. Yeah, probably sick also. Okay, so it's too much bad calories. So okay then, what are the calories that we need? We do need fat. Okay, it's always go to how much. Okay, there's good fat. There's fat. Fish oil. That fat is good for the brain. Okay? There's a bad fat that will block your artery. Did I pronounce well? Artery. Okay. You got the proteins. What does protein do?
Makes you stronger.
The muscles, that part, the muscle. Listen, when you train, okay, you're doing an exercise with a weight, I'm damaging my muscle. That's what I'm doing. Then it sends to the body, hey, send me proteins. And the body says, sorry, I got only chips. But you eat well, you guys, So you're sending protein, it sends protein. It's going to repair stronger in case it happens again. The body is smart. Something happened, we're going to fix it and stronger. So protein will do this. Where can you find protein? Yeah. There is in peanut butter, but mostly also meat, fish, okay, nuts. How about carbs? What are carbs?
Pasta.
Okay, it's in pasta, right? Okay, but I want to break down what it is. Yes.
Like our energy.
Energy. You got two tanks of energy. The first one is carbs. After half an hour of exercising, let's say at a point that you're running out of breath when you're talking. Okay, so half an hour working like this, then all your carbs will be burned. It's going to go into the other tank. You know what it is? Fat. So we do need some fat to burn that energy. Why are marathons runners so skinny? Because they're always using that tank here. They're running for 2-3 hours. Okay. The first tank, carbs. You split that one in two. You got the simple carbs, which is sugar, and the complex carbs. Okay. Simple carbs, sugar. I take a slush, okay, then it goes into my body, the blood right away to the muscle. And bang, I go to the room, I get dressed, I jump on the ice, and my energy, not only it went up there, it didn't come back here, it goes lower. So you're tired. Now the other carbs, the complex one that you find in pasta, bread, those one will take more time to break down in your body. So I had this morning bagels for lunch, for breakfast. I'm gonna have my lunch later, so I'm okay. I'll make it through lunchtime. So those are the good carbs. Sodium, you know what sodium is?
Yeah. Salt.
Salt. I want you to see salt in your body like a sponge. It keeps the water. So at the beginning, you don't want to keep too much water in your body. You don't want to overheat when you're exercising, So it has to come out, so you're sweating. But when you're sweating, you're losing your salt. And in salt, there's electrolyte, okay? The switch over there, when I turn it on and the light goes on, electrolyte gave the message. Same thing, the goaltender, there's a puck, okay? There's a shot that's been taken, so the brain will analyze quickly, send the message to the glove. Without salt, you're going to lose this. So this is why Gatorade, okay, is sugar, okay, and salt. So you take this towards the end when you're like in training and playing for 2 hours, but you don't play 2 hours, Yes?
It's probably why Gatorade makes you thirstier.
Yeah, because of. Good point. Okay, so fibers, this would be the complex carbs, okay, that you'll find. Calcium, vitamins, this will repair your body, bones, your skin, okay, your eyes. But okay, this is all nice now. This is what you should be eating. Where will you find this? What would be the quantity? Keep it simple. What is this here? Red, and what does it do? Carbs. A quarter of your plate should be carbs. Quarter of your plate should be, what is it? Protein. And then vegetable, repair system, all the rest is here. This does a lot. Snacks, I'm always eating, eh? I got nuts, I had an apple I just ate before you got here. Fruit and nuts, there's protein in here also. I'm always eating, you don't need to have a big snack, okay? So I'm never really hungry, I'm eating a bit all the time. I want you to learn to read a label. Okay, the ingredients. The first one you'll see here is what has the most in the product. Okay, this one would be the less, the last one. So what do we have here? What is it? Protein?
Sugar.
I don't want to hear sugar. I want to hear what? Carbs? Simple or complex?
Simple.
Simple. What's the second one? What is it?
Sucrose.
What, and what is it? Is it carbs? Again, simple sugar. That's, so we got sugar plus artificial sugar. All the O's is sugar. Lactose is sugar from dairy product. Fructose is sugar from fruit. Now, we got sugar, we got apple flavor, we've got coloring. So you turn the bottle around, you've got a nice juicy apple. Say, I made a smart choice. Apple juice instead of a pop. You're not, this is an apple drink. It's not juice. It's water, sugar, coloring, and flavor. Yes?
And a lot of acid, it says.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stuff that I don't even know what it is.
Lactic acid, sodium,
So,
lactic
this here I would call the next CCM stick titanium dioxide, and it sounds like strong, eh? But we're putting this in our body. Okay, so now listen. Listen, you got, okay, you walk into the store, 100% pure apple juice. You grab one, now you're happy of your choice. Come back in a small letter that says made of. Okay, so they took in a barrel pure juice, okay? Then they added water, then sugar, then they got you again. It's not an apple juice, it's an apple drink. But they put the big sign. You just train hard, you want your proteins and carbs. A burger, you got the bread and the meat. 100% pure meat. And what they did, they took pure meat, then they mixed it up, then they make little patties. Then it's, you think you add your meat, how much meat you add in there that wasn't much. Okay? So learn to read labels. Last part, sleeping. You know, when you're shutting down that computer at night before you're going to bed, there's things to sleep. Make sure your bedroom is cool. Okay, you can read well, dark and quiet. So it's all your senses, eh, that you're closing. Where I live up north, I got garbage bags and in the window. You cannot know what time is it any time of the day. It's always completely dark. There's no electrical device, no computer, no clock, anything. When I get up in the morning on myself, okay, I walk to the bed, I go to the window, and daylight starts. Okay. So, exercise, good. Best way you want to sleep well, exercise during the day. No doubt. Big meals. If you eat a big meal, you're really tired, you are going to sleep, but you won't be as rested this next morning because your body's going to be digesting overnight. Your body's going to be working while you're sleeping. Try to go to bed always at the same time, a routine. My bedtime routines, I send a message to my body. So I know at a certain time my body, whoops, I'm getting tired because I always go for a hot shower. Then I go to my room, close the light, I keep a lamp, and I read a bit, then I fall asleep. Don't run all over the place and expect that you'll jump in bed and sleep right away, okay? Cool down period. Sodas, drink. You know that these energy drink, there's no quick fix. Sugar, caffeine, it's your nervous system that goes up and comes down. So they're even on their signs, there's no caffeine in here, okay? And they're using, I don't know, whatever, but when you read it, it says guarana. Guarana is a coffee plant. But they didn't write caffeine. They used the other name to fool us. I want you to keep in mind that a leader, creates other leaders, not followers. Okay? Don't be afraid to recognize somebody else's success. It won't take away anything from you. Okay? You know that somebody somewhere looks like you, Did you know that? And probably has the same name you've got. But it's still not you. You are unique. Keep that in mind. Okay? When we talk about trademark, wherever you go, you know that when you pass that door, and I never saw you, the first 4 minutes will have an impact for a lifetime how I will see you. If you walk through and running, spitting, and swearing, it's going to be hard for me to try and change that image. So everywhere you go, there's somebody that sees you, that's going to see you. Same thing for Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, or you'll be on Facebook someday, you know that whatever you write there, stays for a lifetime. That your future boss, anytime you'll write something, just imagine your boss or teacher or someone important, a coach, an NHL coach is reading it. Would you let him read that? I got a friend that I played junior hockey with, asked me to come and work up north. I said, okay, I'll look into it. Then I went on Facebook. I saw what he was writing. So immature. There's no way you're coming to work with kids up north. He lost his job. He didn't get the job because of Facebook. Revealed everything about him. Okay? So everything that you're sharing, it stays for a lifetime. That's about your trademark. Your trademark, you want to make a good impression? Well, when you shake the hand, shake them firmly. Make an eye contact. It means that you believe in yourself. Okay? And you want to go an extra mile? Remove your hat. It means that, hey, you're doing something special towards me. I'm going to remember you. You know that you got, in New York, 2 twin brothers, okay? Raised by the same parents, same environment. One became a cop, the other one a criminal. So you make choices in life. Okay? Make sure you make smart choices. So I'll be standing at the door. I want to shake your hand before you leave. And thank you very much for listening, gang. Okay?
Nice job, thanks.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right.